What's up, guys? Got something today that a lot of people have been anxious to see. You've seen it on my channel before, just not in this style. I think I'm gonna do a tough thumbs here. Yeah. Can you tell what it is? Of course you can. Nothing else really looks like it. It's the Stonewashed tilt. I planned on getting multiples of these, but I just got this one. So hopefully I can get more in the future. Kind of different than the black version. It's a lot different in a couple ways. Well, one big way that I don't particularly like. I think the black version did this perfectly, and this one is just kind of sloppy. I guess I'll give you a good look at the knife real quick. Pretty much the same knife. As you can see, they fixed the haloing that was around this wire EDM cut. The machine that makes this cut uses really high temperatures, and it was producing this halo around the cut. So they fixed that issue, and so you could finally come out with a stonewashed version. The titanium isn't really stonewash. It looks bead blasted, honestly. It's not rough like a Chris Reeve finish. It's a lot smoother, but it's still got a blasted look. It honestly just looks bead blasted or media blasted. Same with a clip. The blade, on the other hand, does appear to be stonewashed. As you can see around here, this blade seemed to have missed the stonewash machine in this spot. You can see how it's kind of got this satin look to it. All these scratches. It's actually smooth as well. It has no stonewash right here. I don't know what happened, but it kind of looks ugly when the knife is closed. You can still see it, especially in light like this. It just kind of stands out. Really bugs me. But what can you do? It's just funny to me. Everybody cried about the Line Spy having a couple issues, saying it's such a high dollar knife and it shouldn't have issues. And then this comes out, and I'm sure somebody else got a Kershaw tilt that wasn't 100%, but you don't hear about it. It's just funny to me how some companies get slammed on. It's just kind of the dog pile effect, but whatever. Couple QC issues with this that I didn't like. This right here bugged me, and also whoever sharpened it didn't go all the way to the heel, so I'm gonna have to sharpen off that little piece of metal that's right here. And it doesn't look like a lot, but to sharpen that away and then get it to get it to even up with the rest of the edge, it's gonna be kind of a chore. Just something else that I have to do because someone didn't do it at the factory. Found out that the initial hardness, or not the initial, the final hardness of this Vanax 75 is around 62, so it's a pretty hard steel. It's up there. I mean, it sits right around where, I don't know what's around 62. M4 is a little harder. ZDP is definitely a little harder. I think D2 is ran around 62, 61, 62, something like that. Anyway, I don't even need to have a straight edge for you to see this. Somebody ground off too much of the tip. It's supposed to be a completely straight edge, but, well, I might as well do it. If I stick a straight edge up against this knife, you can clearly see how much of that was sharpened away. A lot of it. And that bugs me because I'm one of those people that I hate it when the company sharpens away more of the steel than necessary. So this bugs me a great deal. Can't really do anything about it at this point, but it still irritates me. The edge is sharp, so that's a plus. The action, honestly, is not as smooth as the three black versions I had. Just not as smooth. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. I've tried loosening the pivot, and that helped it a lot. But even if I loosen the pivot, it has an immense amount of blade play. If I tighten the pivot to the point that it doesn't have blade play, it barely fires at all. So I have to kind of have a happy medium where it still fires, but it has just minimal blade play, which I can live with. But on the other tilts, if I overcame the detent and I pushed the lock bar out, the blade just kind of dropped instantly. This is just kind of laggy, as you can see. The other tilt would just, bam, it would fall instantly. And this, I got to kind of shape to get it to fall. Still a gorgeous knife. The carbon fiber has a lot of flaws in it, actually. Little divots and scratches. I don't know if I'll be able to pick that up in this light. I can try. There's a little divot in it. There's a couple right here. I can't really get it in this light. There are a few scratches in it as well, but again, I can't get it to reflect in the exact spot that it needs to show it. Look at how shiny my nails are. Check this out. My fiance laughing. I agreed to get a manicure today if she went to the knife shop with me. So I have fresh fitted nails right now. I had a little Vietnamese lady sit there and scrub my nails and cut them and everything. Kind of enjoyable, not even gonna lie. It was relaxing. I was sitting there with the tilt in my lap getting my nails done, so I gotta be looking clean for the wedding. I actually don't think it looks bad. There's no lacquer or anything on my nails at all. It's just polished. So I may put some Mother's Mag on there and keep them polished up. One thing I absolutely can't stand about this knife that they changed is the lock geometry. You guys know how I feel about radius blade tangs, and boom, one of the most extreme radiuses I've ever seen. I mean, this thing is, it honestly looks like a 30-degree angle. It is super extreme, and I hate it. It means eventually this lock bar is going to wear to the point that it's worn enough that on a slanted lock bar it would just move over further. But this extreme radius is not going to allow it to move over further. It's going to stop right at the apex of that radius. Like, it's kind of essentially going to look like this, and it's going to move to the point where it stays right here. It'll never go any further. So it's going to wear away, abrade, and you'll always, I don't know how long it'll take, but the titanium will wear away. And in normal cases on a slanted lock, it'll just wear further and further and further and further and further over. But with a radius blade tang, say this locking face, which is my finger, has worn to this point, with a radius blade tang, it's going to sit there. It's not going to be able to move any further, but you're going to have a gap like that. So the blade will be able to rock back and forth. And due to this extreme radius, it's never going to go any further. It's always going to get caught right here and have lock rock. That's the problem with a Strider. Strider can at least fix it. With Kershaw, I honestly don't know. It's a limited run. I actually asked Thomas about this with the first run of tilts, which did not have this problem. He said, verbatim, parts is parts. Once they're gone, they're gone. So they won't be able to fix it. That bugs the crap out of me, because this is just like a Strider lock, and it will develop lock rock eventually. Don't know how long it'll take, but it will happen, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. The lock geometry on the other tilt was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. And this is just kind of, it seems like a shortcut to me. Like somebody said, yeah, just go ahead and throw a radius on it, and it's easier, and it will. It's a way, in my opinion, to make a sloppy lock work for a little while until it doesn't work. It takes time to fit a lock properly, like CRK does and Hinderer does. This to me just seems like a way to fit a knife together quickly and get it out the door. And durability be damned. So, I don't know. As you can see, sticky sometimes. Other times it's not. When you slam the blade out, no stick. Let it ride in, stick. I could fix that. There's some oil on the tang. That'll go away. Anyway, this isn't really a review. It's just kind of a new format I'm going to do where I turn the camera on and start talking, and whatever comes to mind, comes to mind. Let me know if you like it or you don't. Don't know how I feel about this. I think the first run was awesome, and the second run just kind of seems like it was done in haste and sloppy. So anyway, there's the knife, guys. Stonewashed tilt. Really a cool knife. Honestly, it's a cool knife, but I don't think it lives up to the very first one that was black, all black. It just seemed to be made in a better fashion than this. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. I always like to hear it. And thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.